The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
To this point, every match that could play V-Hard has played V-Hard. Will the two remaining losers bracket matches in this round also head into the hard void? There's only one way to find out. Hello puzzlers, this is your head tournament organizer, Cards of the Heart. Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2024, and today we bring you two great matches between four players who have been quite a bit of ways around the block with these games, and they have been playing these levels fairly close to each other today, so we should be in for some great fun indeed. Cannot wait to see some old titans of the community clash, and a matchup where we've had like a tie between the two players in one of our matches today, so this is going to be quite the back and forth affair, I get the feeling, especially as the hard void of V-Hard gets introduced into this round. We have already seen it swallow up many a competitor. We'll find out soon if any of these players will also get swallowed up by that hard void. But first, if you're tuning into this game for the first time and you're not exactly sure how everything works, believe me, there's a lot going on at one point. Even between two players, it can be hard to follow everything at times. Allow me to take a couple minutes of your time to explain how this game works and how we are playing it in this tournament. Pokemon Puzzle League is a match 3 puzzle game released for the Nintendo 64 in September 2000 in North America and March 2001 in Europe. It has been re-released multiple times via the Wii Virtual Console in May 2008 and the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack in July 2022. It is a match 3 puzzle game in that if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also to send garbage blocks to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can prove to be very disruptive. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear, and then have the panels immediately above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you will have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponent so that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. Easy mode has 11 stages, normal has 14, hard has 15, and V-Hard and S-Hard have 16. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players. Today we are playing out the final matches of our Losers Round 2 of our double elimination bracket. We started with 14 players. We're currently sitting at 10, and by the end of today's show, we'll be down to our top 8 players, and they will be competing against each other in the one-player stadium mode, the mode that brought us all together to play this game on the easy, normal, hard, and V-Hard levels, depending on the order in which our players decide to play them. You see, our 2 players have agreed on the first level of those options to play for the first race, and the loser of each race will get to counterpick one of the other levels to play until either we have played through all of them or we have a winner. And in this round, in every round of the tournament, quite frankly, these matches are best of 5. So the first to win 3 of these races will win the whole thing, and today the loser will be eliminated from championship contention. If we do need to go to a game 5 though, the options open up for the race 4 loser, and any of those levels can be doubled up. Once we are done with all these festivities, we will be awarding a role in our community Discord server to the champion, our PPL 2024 champion Discord role, and a portion of our crowd-funded prize pool. The prize pool currently sitting at $22.50 out of our goal of $500. If we make that stretch goal, then the top 4 we will currently pay out for this tournament will be expanded to the top 8. And if we somehow reach our final stretch goal of $1,000, then we will pay out everyone in this one-player stadium tournament. So there's definitely quite a bit on the line for the people that are playing today to have a potential chance at that stretch goal. And if you do decide to throw your support into our prize pool to expand it, you get a little notification like that one. Your Twitch bits, your subscriptions to the Twitch channel, as well as direct tips can add to the pool, and that little ditty puts the pool at $23.50 now. So our players would certainly welcome any kind of support that you are able to give them. And if you would like to contribute yourself, then if you are in the live Twitch chat, just type !pool and you can get a clickable link to the tip page where you can throw in whatever spare change you desire to make it more worth it for our players. Let's take a look at our bracket. Now, we have 2 players in the next round that will be awaiting the winners of today's matches. Our 5th seed PPL 2020 champion Tamian ND will be looking to find out who he will be playing in the next round, whether it be the 8th seed GamerX459 or the 11th seed Tetris Attacker. But first off, it is our 3 seed 6, after narrowly escaping the 9 seed Kanayo, looking to find out who he will be playing next between our 7th seed ilikebeingsmart and our 13th seed Bbforky. And by the way, Bbforky is only the 13th seed because Forky did not post a qualifying time going into this tournament, so technically he went in unseeded, to give a tennis-like term. Probably the best way to go about it. So these two will actually play each other fairly close. Like, I could not help but look back at their times in their previous matches going into the prep for this show, and I notice that between the 3 levels that they have all played in common, Bbforky has the overall edge in average times on each level, but the separation is not as clear-cut and as distinctive as you might otherwise think from the successes that these two have had in these tournaments. ilikebeingsmart likes to describe herself as the silver bracket hostess, as a person who is usually in the running in our consolation brackets whenever we have them. But Bbforky has done some good things in our silver brackets as well, and almost won the very first one of these that we held in 2017. So both of these players have been around for a long time and have had a lot of tournament success to their names. But to give you an idea of just how close this match might get, looking at their average times in this tournament so far, comparing the easy, normal, and hard levels, Bbforky's easy times averaged out to 6 minutes 20 seconds compared to ilikebeingsmart's 6:26 and a half. Whereas in normal, Forky has the edge. Again, 9:24 to 10:06. And in hard mode, it is 9:59 to 10:55 in Bbforky's favor. That comes out to a handful of seconds per stage, especially on the later levels. So certainly not out of the realm of possibility that this match could swing in either direction. In fact, let me take a gander over at the live Twitch chat to see what they have decided to throw in as their confidence for winning this match. I posed the question to the Twitch chat of who would win this match, and right now 70% of the Twitch channel points are going towards ilikebeingsmart for winning the match. So that should give you an idea of just how open this could be, because on paper it looks like Bbforky has been posting the faster times. It would overall have the advantage, but either way, it's going to be a shame to see one of these tournament veterans go down in this early part of our losers bracket. With that in mind, puzzlers, let's not keep our players waiting any longer. They have been warming up patiently to get this match going. So let's go ahead and get this match going. It is our 7th seed, ilikebeingsmart, our 13th seed, Bbforky. One of them will be eliminated in this easy through V-hard round best of 5, and that match is going to start right now. And as soon as I can balance some game audio, I will let the players know that they are ready to begin. The players have chosen the normal level for game 1. Let's take a listen to Bbforky's audio for this one. Don't worry about balancing Smart's audio when she gets into the game. So again, the normal level has 14 stages on it. We will be seeing Bruno at the end of this run, and you will realize that not all of these stages will be created equal in how you attack them. The first stage, Gary the First, as we call him because you face him twice throughout the course of the later levels. But for the first stage, Gary does not want to raise a stack at the beginning. So you are probably going to have to send at least a 5 chain, as Smart is doing here, and overall you're going to want to send somewhere around 7 to 8 lines of garbage. Smart's been a little late on sending her ideal attack, so it's taking her 8 lines to top off Gary, and Bbforky needed 9 lines and is going to get a garbage clear. This is the thing you're going to want to avoid first and foremost. This garbage transformation time is huge, and every little thing these opponents do will do nothing but waste your time, because these foes are not a real threat to any of our competitors' survival. After that, though, these opponents do start to raise their stack, and as a result, you may only need to send 4, maybe 5 lines of garbage to these opponents in order to fell them. Smart getting a 22-second Brock. Not completely pleased with it so far. Bbforky sending a much more sizable attack and is going to get a 14 as a result, making up a little bit of time on that stage. 14 seconds is going to be closer to what our players will be hoping to get on each and every stage. And one thing you will also see our players try to do as Bbforky fails a slide attempt to extend that chain. There are some very cheeky things you can do with some timely swaps to make bigger chains and such. But one of the things that you will see our players try to focus on, definitely at some point during this match, if not towards the end of this level, is that our players will be trying to lead their attacks with a combo. Especially a 4 in a row combo. Because the 4 combo sends a garbage block that is 3 panels wide, and if you double up on them during a chain, then you can send garbage blocks that fall right next to each other in the sequence. And if you start your chain with one of those 4 combos, then you can actually get that garbage to fall on your opponent before the big chain garbage would. It's going to take a balance of combos and chains to beat all of these opponents, but leading with the combo is going to be so much more critical. Because by and large, these opponents will get distracted by the lowest garbage block on their field. And that distraction definitely does a number on the later opponents in this run. And there's certainly an interesting question in the live chat. Why speedrun the single player mode as opposed to going head to head? Well, our community was founded more or less in around 2012, 2013. We came together in this particular community to speedrun race this game specifically. This is the game that brought us all together more than 10 years ago. And we have been having fun, taking names, and throwing some salt at this game since then. And there is a community for people that just want to play competitive. There's a very bustling PvP scene, as it were. If you want to check that out, panelattack.com is actually where you go, where our friends and Tetris Attack Online hold regular tournaments and play basically every single day. So there are a lot of ways to play these games. People are finding all sorts of different ways to have fun with these games. As it stands now, looks like ilikebeingsmart is going to get a little bit of a time waste with this. Oh, that's going to be a chain. That's going to waste a little more time. And just like that, Bbforky will be getting back into the match, if nothing else. They are basically in a dead heat, according to their timers. It is a dead heat between these two, as we have reached the effective second half of the run. These runs really don't get particularly spicy until we get to Tracy, who loves to troll us with those oh mans, and for whatever reason we have observed a noticeable speed and difficulty curve increase with Tracy. And here we go, ilikebeingsmart. We'll also refer to as Nicole throughout this match. Avoids the garbage clear from Tracy. Bbforky does not. And that could very well be the difference. These two are playing their stages relatively closely together when they execute. So a little garbage clear like that could prove to be all the difference. And Team Rocket caught out of position. We'll let Smart out of that Team Rocket with very little fuss. Bbforky has not led his attack with a combo, but it is not going to matter, as Forky actually gets away with a better Team Rocket in this exchange. So once again, these players will be trying to make a particular order of combos and chains in order to get this garbage separation. Get these opponents distracted by the lowest garbage block on their field. Nicole really taking advantage of that with a 12-second Giovanni. And Bbforky gets a 13-second Giovanni of his own. Smart has a fairly sizable lead, though. And with 3 stages to go, this is going to be a hard one to see a comeback from Bbforky on. And this Richie is way out of position. Absolutely nothing he's going to be able to do about that in time. See, you force lose conditions on these opponents. There's nothing you can really do to win. You have to force your opponent to lose. That's how you win. And Bbforky forcing Richie to lose several seconds earlier than Smart did. So we are getting close to the end of this 14-stage normal run. Smart is in the lead, but if she does not keep up her attack, she could be running into a little bit of trouble. That's gonna hurt. That garbage clear is going to be a problem. And just like that, Bbforky has advanced first to the final stage. This is going to be close. We are basically deadlocked into the final stage. There can't be more than 1 second of separation. So let's see how Bbforky attacks this final stage. Looks like we got a 6 combo at the start. A lag chain, lag 4 chain. Bruno is raising the stack up. Gonna get to flatten this a little bit. But Forky gets his garbage cleared. And that transformation time is going to... Oh no, a chain in the second tier from Forky's Bruno. And ilikebeingsmart takes care of her Bruno and wins game 1 with a time of 9 minutes 31 seconds. Oh, the garbage clear difference was all that it took for that race. 9:31 to 9:38. And it is our 7 seed, ilikebeingsmart, taking home her first Pokeball. Unbelievable finish to that race. Very, very close throughout. Plenty of places where they were deadlocked throughout. But in the end, Forky's garbage got cleared by Bruno. Nicole's did not. And sometimes that really is all the difference. Sometimes that is all you need to separate a winner and a loser. Especially with how close these two have been playing these levels throughout the tournament. So as the loser of the first race, it is technically Bbforky's choice for whether we play easy, hard, or V-hard for the next level. But it seems that Forky does not really have a strong preference, as he is wont to do. He doesn't really lean towards one level or the other. So he's actually going to give up the choice to Smart for this next level. And it appears that we are going to go hard mode for game 2. So players are getting ready fairly quickly to start game 2. Our timers are counting down courtesy of racetime.gg, where we are tracking and recording all of the times for this tournament and for all of our events. So thank you to racetime.gg for setting up a cool place for players to automate speedrun races. And hard mode is going to be a bit less of a chore for our players to get through than normal mode, in the sense that the strategy is fairly simple every time. All of these foes will go down to a quick strike of 4 or 5 lines of garbage. Players will definitely be looking at leading their chains with 4 combos, looking for another 4 combo before the end of the chain, and dropping some like X3, X4 chain, depending on how fast they can make it. And I have a general rule for building up garbage where if it takes you an extra 10 seconds to start up your attack, you should be sending an extra line. And yes, the garbage clearing will be a problem. Smart needed an extra attack to top off Brock, and that's going to give Brock time to get to a garbage clear. And unlike Tetra's attack, if you've been catching up with our Tetra's attack play over our recent months, these Pokemon Puzzle League opponents actually know how to line up chains from combo garbage, from transformed garbage. So Smart had to deal with that for a great deal of time. Meanwhile, Bbforky is getting some very fortunate opponents that are not immediately matching against the garbage that he's sending. And he is very quickly trying to build up a full stage lead. Ooh, Smart gets another garbage clear. That one was going to be hard to deal with because the stack that Misty was working with was fairly level. And both players seem to be going for 5 chains in their respective stages. You don't really need to make chains that big in order to win, but you do definitely want to start focusing on sending combos at the front of your chains. And that will certainly give your opponents a chance to get distracted. Forky not quite going to get the combos that he wants, but does not need them. And Smart's going to send some combos and get chained by Surge. That's a 4 chain. I'm sorry. That is fairly rude. The more these opponents do, the more time they will waste. Bbforky starting with a 9 combo, not getting anything else to follow up with. Needed one more line to go quickly here. He's gonna get his garbage cleared as a result, but the rest of this garbage should deal with Koga just fine in 21 seconds. And again, Nicole gets an opponent that sends a 4 chain. She again counters with a 5 chain. The big chains are certainly helpful for keeping opponents topped off, but you will also see the screen shake violently when a large garbage block is dropped on the field. So there's a delicate balance to be had between topping off your opponents with garbage and reducing the amount of screen shake, so that way opponents can actually be sent to their demise sooner. Alright, Forky's Sabrina does some bad down stacking and will fall in 30 seconds. This timing of this attack from Smart looks really good. That's a 16-second Koga. But she has fallen behind by an entire stage, as we have effectively reached the halfway point Bbforky has. And this is hard mode, so Gary will wreak his ugly head for the second time at the very end of this level. And we have seen some Garys waste a lot of players' time, multiple minutes even. So this margin is still salvageable. There is still time for Smart to come back in this race. But right now, Bbforky not trying to do too much. He's getting some chains. Ah, the timing. The timing was never right for that attack. Unfortunate. And Tracy getting some more garbage clears. Going to run out of time. Smart again, going to a 5-chain, not 6-chain now, not finding the combos to otherwise deal with her opponents. So she is just making sure that these work. And is allowing these opponents to get some extra garbage clears as a result. And forgive me, Tayman, I just now noticed that you added $10 to our prize pool, so thank you very much to one of our prominent competitors for adding to the pool and supporting everyone else. So now the prize pool is at $33.50. And all of our players in this tournament will certainly appreciate whatever support you can spare as well. So after Bbforky has a struggle with Team Rocket, Nicole gets a much better Rocket by comparison and evens up this race quite a bit. Forky is just getting chains to top off these opponents. The combos have been a little light today. It is working here. It feels like Nicole has been focusing a little bit more on the combos, and her combos there get leveled off. And that allows Giovanni to get a chain. Oh, there's going to be so much time for Giovanni to respond, but clears things the wrong way. And so Smart escapes.
I'm ready. Are you?
And Bbforky needing a lot more to finish off this Richie. Richie's gonna get time to punish him with a garbage clear. That's a break for Smart. She's gonna find the second 4 combo in this 3-chain. Gonna go to a 5-chain. And that should be enough to deal with whatever downstacking Richie decides to do. And not in time. So Smart does get out of Richie, but not before
Are you ready?
Bbforky maintains an ever so slight lead. Can't be more than 10 seconds. So this race could really actually come down to the wire. Oh, that early stack raise might have been to Forky's benefit, but the timing was not there as Lorelei had an answer at the top of her stack anyway. She's gonna get another garbage clear.
I'm gonna win.
Oh, Smart might be able to dodge this. And she does! Smart does not get her garbage cleared. Bbforky continues to get his garbage cleared. This is not looking to end too quickly or too prettily. Even with the scrolling top to bottom that Forky's Lorelei is doing, just getting chain after chain. 55 seconds. Cannot leave him feeling good about that one. Is Bruno enough out of position here? Does not downstack that. And just like that, it is ilikebeingsmart with about a full stage lead heading into our final stage. Smart looking to take a commanding lead in this match. And has one stage left to pull it off. She's going to start with a 4, 5, 6, 4 chain. Going to make it a 5 chain. Combo is not perfect, but Gary might be downstacking this poorly. Nothing on his top line. Nothing on his top line, and that will be a win for ilikebeingsmart. She cannot believe it. She cannot believe she managed to pull that off. Well, pull it off you did, Nicole. And with that 11-minute, 5-second effort to Bbforky's 11:22, it is ilikebeingsmart with the 2-0 lead. So, very big swings of momentum there. Several lead changes to be had. And with that, it is Smart on triple match point, looking to potentially eliminate the PPL 2017 runner-up from tournament contention. But now we have some extremes to deal with. We've raced the 2 middle levels. And now, is it going to be easy we play for Game 3, or will we actually wander into the void of V-Hard? It's very interesting, because V-Hard has shown to be quite a level of variance hard, as we have been calling it in this community. But for Game 3, Forky has once again forfeited the choice, and we are going easy. If Nicole has her way, this will be the first match of this format to not feature a V-Hard round. For this Game 3, Bbforky is on the brink. He's going to need to win this race to start making this comeback. And he's been playing easy mode so well in this tournament. In fact, in Forky's first race against Fate, he actually put up 2 of the fastest easy mode times in the tournament to that point, averaging around 6 minutes 20 seconds per easy race to Smart's 6:26. So it is very possible we could see this race go either way. So here we go, Game 3. And now that we're at speed level 1, now we start the most excruciating level of the run. In part because Gary the One does not raise his stack at the beginning. So 7 lines will probably be needed. Smart does not send the 7 lines. Forky does. And it will be Forky drawing first blood with a 14-second stage. Smart settling for a 24 on her Gary. And now you will also see Brock not raise his stack. at the beginning. So once again, we have to send 7 lines to an opponent. Forky maneuvering to a 5 chain, gets a couple of combos, doing a very nice job of sending combos to make up for the lack of chains, and we'll get a 15 as a result. Oh, Smart looks like she needs 8 lines for her Brock. This needs one more combo, and she's going to get out with a 20. But she is already a significant ways behind as the easy run truly begins. Now, these opponents will be a lot more cooperative in raising their stack. So, 4 lines will generally be good for these opponents. Forky gets a random match to waste a little bit of time. That's going to result in a 14. Both of our players will definitely be looking for stages under 15 seconds. So far, Smart has not been able to start her chains up too well. She's only going to get an 18 here. And look at Bbforky starting with a 9 combo. Gonna get a lag 4 chain to finish that off, and even though Surge is going to get that garbage clear, he's not going to get much else. So another 14 will keep things on track for our 13 seed. Smart getting a 4 chain onto this Surge, which should be enough. Gonna maybe get it. Oh, that's a 3 chain. That is very rude. And Surge had other plans for downstacking that did not involve clearing that garbage immediately. These foes are certainly slow to react to changing conditions.
Do you choose to battle me?
But it is Bbforky with a full stage lead, as we are about the midway point of our 11 stage run. Again, Bbforky needing this to keep his tournament hopes alive. Gonna get a 12-second Koga just as Smart finishes off her 12-second Erica.
Play with me.
This kind of lead is very difficult to come back from. That's about probably more than 20 seconds by my estimation. That would require Forky to run into a lot of trouble. And with 13-second times, he is not going to run into that kind of trouble. Nicole can only get a 21 off of her Koga, and that might do it for her chances to sweep this match. There's still a little bit of play left to go. So there's still potential for the occasional 30-second stage to waste Forky's time. Oh, not gonna happen here though. That's a 10. Very impressive quick attack to Blaine. A very responsive stage to that too. Not all of these stages are created equal. The nature of the panel generation. Still a little bit of a mystery in this game. I can only relay what we know from Tetris Attack, where there is a whole sequence in the game's ROM that's 2048 bytes long. It determines which panel to generate at any given moment. Okay, Forky gets a 20. Tracy, though, not quite the strength of not quite the strength of attack he needed there. But he is 2 stages away from forcing this match to dive into the void that is V-Hard. And V-Hard is shown to be a bit of a void because The runs tend to go to die there. Good runs tend to go to die in V-Hard. Don't look now! Team Rocket's getting some garbage clears. That's only going to give Forky a 26-second time. If that happens again, then perhaps Nicole will have the chance to do something amazing here. She did take 10 seconds to send that 5 chain. This might not be enough. I mean, that extra chain's going to do it at 20 seconds. That will probably be too little too late. Giovanni finishes with a 12-second time, and Bbforky survives with a Game 3 time of 6 minutes, 29 seconds. So Forky definitely did what he needed to do to stay alive, and he will be taking home Pokeball number 1. Nice little lag 5 chain from Smart. Giovanni will be too slow to react, and that is a 12-second stage of her own to close out her 6:58. Well played from both of our players, both staying under 7 minutes, but Bbforky was more consistent in sending the chains, and really it was the chains that felt like the difference there. It seemed like Nicole had a little bit of a harder time starting her chains. So some early stages definitely got away from her. So now we are headed into the void. V-Hard is the last level to play in this format. Game 4 is going to get incredibly chaotic. We have had star players finish this category in under 15 minutes. We've had star players take over 20 minutes. We've had star players not finish at all. We've had relative unknowns finish in under 15 minutes. Under 20 minutes, over 20 minutes. The time variance gets crazy at this level. And it's something we will need to keep an eye on once we get to winners finals, where it's all V-Hard all the time. Losers semifinals. Actually, no, it's losers finals that is all V-Hard all the time. So we will see how these two react to V-Hard this time around. It was Smart in last week's matches who could not finish her V-Hard race against yours truly, and Bbforky has not had the chance to play a V-Hard in this tournament, so we will see how both of them react. It is Bbforky lagging his way into a 6 chain, which is probably what you need here. And that's going to be enough for a 15. You see that combo separation that Forky got by making a second 4 combo in his chain, really doing wonders to speed up that Gary. And Gary is still wreaking havoc. 38 seconds. She's definitely not pleased with that. These early stages, if you can get them fast enough, you can get away with sending short attacks and winning in like 15 seconds. Otherwise, though, most of these stages are going to be these 20 to 30 second slogs. Oh, Nicole had a different idea for how that chain was going to go. Once again, she's having a little bit of trouble starting her chain off as she wants it. This secondary chain should be fine for keeping Brock topped off, just the timing of it was never going to be good. Once Brock had the opportunity to react to garbage. But these opponents will be reacting to garbage all over the place. So expect lots of garbage clears, and depending on how bad these stages get, you could see players actually back out to the level select and back in to effectively restart stage. Stage resets, we call them. You could see quite a few of those in this level because we really do need the combos to fall into place in order to deal with these opponents most efficiently. Otherwise, they could take multiple minutes if we let them. Oh, Forky gets his garbage leveled off and gets the garbage cleared. Meanwhile, Misty does not have a good answer on her top line to Nicole's attack, and she will get out in 35 seconds, but Surge is finished off in 29 seconds by Forky. And it is Bbforky with the stage lead early on. But again, with stage resets, with great variance in times from opponent to opponent, stages could take multiple minutes. This is still very early on, still way too early to decide the race, puzzlers. Cole gets off a nicely timed attack to Surge for 18 seconds. Erica gets distracted trying to get a combo to clear her garbage, as these opponents have a tendency to do, and is going to get a 20-second time on that stage. But you will see the timing of these attacks play an increasingly important role on this level. If you can, you should try to react to the stack that your opponent is presenting you with, and as you can see, these foes will exhaust their resources if they're able to make matches. And that Erica was absolutely crushed. Conched, as we've also called it. Shoutouts to Galloping Conch. But you will see the double 4 combos play an increasingly important role in dealing with these opponents. She's going to go up to a 6-chain, 7-chain is Nicole. So this will make sure that Koga stays topped off. It's going to run out of time in 18 seconds. Forky also putting a focus onto the double 4 combo strategy.
No.
Koga not able to get an answer to Forky's garbage. It will fall in 27 seconds. Honestly, our players would be okay with this if each stage only finished in 30 seconds. That's the kind of variance that this level can have. We are perfectly okay with 30-second stages here. We are not perfectly okay with getting our garbage cleared while also not topping off the opponent. So Smart is not going to be pleased with that turn of events. And Forky might have dodged a bullet from Blaine. Blaine is not going to get to that in time. And Bbforky has finished the first half of this 16-stage run in a little over 6 minutes. With a full stage lead, Bbforky is in the driver's seat to force a deciding Game 5. It was certainly interesting because it was Forky that let Nicole choose all of the levels in this match. Choose the order. And the most random level was saved for last. Has Forky sent enough to Tracy here? Yes, sir! That is a low left side. That combo trap is one of the biggest reasons why we lead our chains with combos. Because these opponents will think they no longer have an available match, depending on the number of panels underneath the lowest garbage block, and will actually try to maneuver around the lowest garbage block, ignoring any potential matches they could have along the way. Now that we're in the second half of V-Hard, our players will be trying to make bigger chains to more effectively top off these opponents. And very nicely dodged by Forky. 25-second Team Rocket will extend this lead even more. This Blaine is going for a whole minute. And Blaine finally makes a mistake at 1:30. And lets Nicole out with a time of almost 8 minutes. She's almost 2 minutes behind right now. So again, is not impossible considering the random nature of V-Hard. But it's going to put a damper on her spirits for sure. Okay, Giovanni manages to clear Forky's attack. And every garbage clear creates one extra line of panels per garbage block. The bottom line of each garbage block gets transformed into panels, where these foes can then make chains from, and these foes get fairly good at making chains from garbage. And there's the first stage reset of the match. The first one of the race. Smart deciding that she could not deal with that Tracy anymore. We should only expect to see more of those as time goes on. Let's hope that she does not get stuck for 10 minutes on Tracy like she did on Rocket in her match last week. That stage took 1.5 minutes for Bbforky, but Forky is first into the Puzzle Elite. It's a 3-stage lead for our 13 seed. Let's see if Nicole has a good answer to this Tracy. No. No, combo's not quite coming together. That transformation time will waste a lot of her time. And Tracy wasting a lot of his panels. If Smart has another attack... Oh, it was so close! She might have been able to let that ride. But she was so low on her garbage output that there was definitely a reason to reset the stage. So close. And Richie gets a match just in time for Bbforky's garbage to be dealt with. Richie probably in a fine position to stay alive here. Smart finally done with Tracy at 24 seconds. Meanwhile, Forky seems to be content with letting these stages ride. We'll see if that will go back to bite him later. Oh, Richie went the wrong way! And there is a crush! Bbforky finally done after 1:33. Oh, Smart's attack could have been timed just a little bit earlier to avoid maybe the garbage being leveled off. The timing gets to be so important in this level. could literally mean the difference between a stage taking 30 seconds and 2 minutes. 3 minutes. 4 minutes we've even seen in this tournament already.
I'm feeling giddy.
Rocket able to keep an answer
I'm feeling giddy.
to Nicole's garbage alive. Lorelei might not have an answer to Forky's garbage, though. That is a low left side.
I'm gonna win.
And Bbforky is moving through this endgame with 3 stages to go. Has a 4-stage lead now. This is certainly going to be a tough deficit to come back from. So Forky now just looking to extend this chain. Looking for Bruno to do something. Anything. After this 11 chain, maybe Bruno has left his left side vulnerable.
I'm feeling giddy.
Not quite out of position. Oh, gets that swap just in time for the garbage clear.
I'm feeling
But
giddy.
now some bad down stacking from Bruno will allow Bbforky to escape with an effective crush at 46 seconds. Forky has a chance to finish this V-Hard in under 15 minutes and force a deciding Game 5.
I'm feeling giddy. I'm feeling giddy. I'm feeling
Once again, Nicole facing the frustrations of Team Rocket. Team Rocket definitely a force to be reckoned with in this tournament. Forky gonna be content with a 10 chain on this Gary. If the down stacking is poor, not quite. That big chain does give Gary a chance to fully exhaust his resources. Not gonna work there, but a 13-second rocket from Smart on the next attempt will definitely leave her feeling a bit bewildered on what she could have done differently there. And this is a tough spot for Forky to be in because you are waiting on garbage to transform for a long time. So Gary is going to have a lot of opportunities to match against the incoming garbage. Ooh, Smart gets a low left side on Giovanni. And she is roaring to make this comeback.
I'm ready. Are you?
And again, Gary countering with a big garbage block. I believe that was a 10 chain. I was like, now what? Now what do we do?
Way to go!
If you're Bbforky, how do you continue to go through this stage? There is one small solace
Way to go!
to this,
Don't
because
think I'm gonna win.
as the stage progresses, players get less time to respond to the stack being at the top of the screen. Mechanic known as margin time. Maybe Forky's Gary fell to that margin time there. So Forky is first into Mewtwo. Still has a good chance of finishing this in under 20 minutes. Oh, that low garbage block not gonna
I'm gonna take
be a distraction to Mewtwo. This down stacking might be poor though. And it is! A V-Hard Mewtwo, relatively free for our 13 seed. And Bbforky has forced a Game 5 with a time of 15:57 on this V-Hard run. Very, very well done.
Can't win them all. Can't win them all.
And with that, Smart finishes 3 stages behind.
I sense you come.
Can't be feeling great about how that happened.
Way to go!
And once again, V-Hard rearing its ugly head. Bbforky joining, I believe, just FFR Pro and Fate in finishing a V-Hard under 20 minutes.
Inner nature.
V-Hard's been doing a lot to
I'm gonna win!
our players here.
Your inner nature.
And oh, the combo manipulation could not work. The combo trap could not fall into place because Nicole's left side garbage fell all the way to the bottom, and with 5 minutes to finish the run before we have to mercy kill, she's decided she's not gonna do any more of that. So that'll be a DNF logged as a 2057. Not feeling particularly good about how that race turned out, but she is quickly determined that we need to go back to normal for Game 5. And we are just seconds away from starting this final game of this exciting best of 5 losers bracket match. The 7 seed, ilikebeingsmart, won the first 2 races. The 13 seed, Bbforky, won the next 2 races. And after that Game 4, Nicole taking it back to normal to see if she can potentially pull this off. Both players starting off with 16 and 17 second stages. Kind of par for the course for the first stage that does not want to raise their stack at the beginning. It's going to be a bit more normal from here on out. Forky getting a little bit of a lag 4 chain. Brock gets to the garbage clear before everything can fall down. That's going to be a 14 for Forky. And Smart's Brock makes a chain.
No problem.
He's going to get an extra garbage clear from that stop time. And that's going to be a 23. That is not what she needs right now. Not what either player needs right now. Again, the winner of this match will be taking on the 3 seed 6 in the next round, who barely escaped his easy through V-Hard match in yesterday's action. But right now, it looks to be our 13 seed trying to take 6 potentially out to the woodshed. With 12 second stages like that, Forky will be well on his way. Smart having to send these attacks in pieces, which the more time these opponents have to deal with garbage on their screen, the more time they have the potential of wasting. Bbforky resetting his attack with another 3 chain. That's going to be another 14 second result for him. I think Nicole wanted the green panel to potentially extend that chain. Little bit of a piecemeal attack that we're seeing, quite frankly, from both players right now.
Give up?
Oh, now Smart's getting a garbage clear after garbage clear.
Gonna win.
A 30-second stage is not going to do her any favors, and with that 15,
Battle me.
It is going to be Bbforky taking a near full stage lead as he approaches the halfway point of this 14-stage run. Forky getting a 3-chain, gets several combos, so this should be fine. Even with Sabrina getting a 4-chain. Oh, I really thought that garbage was going to get leveled off for a clear at some point there. So 18 seconds for Bbforky will preserve the full stage lead. How will Smart approach this? Sabrina does not quite have the chain to start things off. He even does a little bit of a slide to make sure that she got that chain extension. She's getting 20-something second stages, but it is Bbforky throwing down the quick stages 12 after 12 after 14 after 14 after 15. He's gotten a bunch of stages under 20 seconds in a row in this run. And if Bbforky keeps this up with an 11-second stage like that, he is definitely well on his way to the next round. Okay. Okay, Blaine. That was a bit rude. Just barely getting that garbage clear. Just barely getting to that chain. Okay. Okay, that is rude. Blaine almost had time for that garbage clear, too. And that's a 9 from Forky. Getting some really short attacks in. Getting some really fast results. Forky is just either getting all of the stages or is running on all cylinders right now. Bbforky killing it right now. Gonna get a 4-chain on this attack. It's gonna need an extra attack. Gonna get garbage cleared. That stage not quite as receptive. This stage definitely not quite as receptive. And Giovanni not quite responding to that transformed garbage. So we'll fall in 29 seconds. Smart didn't have a way to proceed from that attack. Gonna need to send a second one, so she's building a 3-chain. This should be fine now, but that took a fair bit of time to get to. And it's still going bad. How? Rocket, how did you have that time? I am so sorry, Nicole. You should not have to take that. That is ridiculous. Actually ridiculous. And that puts Bbforky in our patent-pending 2-stage lead with 2 stages to go. Forky in full command of this race right now. Gonna make it a 4-chain on this attack just to keep it safe. Gonna get a 9 combo to follow up.
Can't win 'em all.
Lorelei a bit out of position, and that will take care of Lorelei. Very fortunate for Smart that Giovanni did not get to that garbage clear either. So Nicole not getting the good stages right now. I think Bbforky on average has been getting the better stages in this race. And that is proving to be all the difference, as Bbforky has reached the final stage. Has the combos in place. One of them is cleared. But will Bruno have time for the other one? Oh, Forky does not have the... the garbage to top off Bruno, so this will waste a little bit more time. But Nicole gets a little more time waste from a garbage clear of her own. Is that gonna be the dagger? Oh, Forky's Bruno making sure that Nicole stays alive. Are you serious? Bruno kind of moving to that 4 chain. Don't look now, but even though Nicole finished in 51 seconds, Bruno... Oh my. That could have been so much worse. But it is Bbforky finishing with 9 minutes 12 seconds. And it will be our 13 seed taking home Pokeball number 3 and the win.
Can't win them all.
Like, Nicole has to be looking at this game and going, you cannot be serious right now. Like, are you for real? I certainly understand when it feels like the game conspires against you. Like, we don't stay playing this game for more than 10 years and not think the game's out to get us at some point. She's got an opportunity to finish this race off on a high note. And that's going to be a high enough note with a 15 Bruno. And with a 10-21, we will now have to say goodbye to I Like Being Smart in this match. Very unfortunate at the end for Nicole, but she did so well to get to this point. But on this day, we see clearly that perhaps RNG was not meant to be. Let's make this result official. 3-2. Bbforky wins and moves on to play 6 in the next round. Getting the reverse sweep, no less. Man, Nicole brought so much to this match. Gave us so much hope when she smoothly defeated Forky in normal and hard combat. Then Pokemon Puzzle League happened. Then the garbage clears started to pile up. And in the end, our PPL in 2017 runner-up proved that he's still got what it takes to be a threat in this tournament. And hopefully we will see Smart again in the later tournaments, especially now that we are going to go to a monthly format in short order once this tournament is done. And our bracket has been updated to C6 off against Bbforky. We will see that match play out sometime next weekend. But now we turn our eyes to the 5 seed Tayman. And we will find out shortly whether or not he will be playing against the 8 seed GamerX459 or the 11 seed Tetris Attacker. We still have seen every match to this point get swallowed up by the hard void. With I Like Being Smart falling to V-Hard in that match to ultimately lose that match. Could that possibly happen again here? As close as Gamer and Tetris Attacker have played each other throughout the years? We will find out in just a little bit, puzzlers. If you are watching this live on Twitch, we will bring you this matchup in about 10 minutes or so. Those of you watching on YouTube, you'll have to tune in tomorrow as of this upload date to get that next match for you if you do not wish to go through the Twitch VODs. Certainly understandable. But we have another hotly contested matchup for you to finish out Losers Round 2 right after this, so stay tuned. You are watching the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2024.